I'm not gonna lie. I think I'm experiencing peak friendship, bro.
When we really think about it, culture is actually fake.
On an average day, how happy are you?
Well, what's something you guys don't talk about often?
Hey, it's Northern Baghdadi, aka Tugma.
Hey, but the pie still tastes good, even if it's half of it.
There's some henna parties where the people that's playing this music don't even know. They can't even speak the language.
This problem should also be dealt with because this is good too.
Yo, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of Disruption Podcast.
Yo.
Episode 203.
Woo!
Carl's gonna sit up this whole episode. He's getting back problems.
Yeah, Sherlock Holmes.
Hey, it's Northern Baghdadi, aka Tugma.
Yeah?
Nah, you see, that's where you've lost the people.
Where did that come from?
Don't
AKA
ask him those
Tugma.
questions.
Someone asked me what Tugma is.
Wait, what's
I
Tugma?
don't know.
Ask me what Tugma
What's
is.
Tugma?
Tugma.
You are feral. Absolutely.
It's Chief
feral.
Osage in the building, baby.
Yep. AKA?
Chief Osage in the building,
Okay.
baby.
It's your girl Maweezy, aka Ligma.
Damn.
What's Ligma?
Yeah. I've lost everybody.
Beep.
We've lost everybody. Lost everybody. Fine, if we're doing all of this, then we may as well invite Sakma to the to the party.
Yo. And Carl, do you want to bring Deenda through?
Nah. Diana can stay at home, bro.
It's the end of the day, it's all over, bro.
Nah.
Candies is actually on her way too.
Yeah.
Wow. Great start.
Carlos, what's your name, man?
He's a prince,
Yeah,
man.
baby.
Okay.
Yeah, baby. Like, what you guys doing, bro?
So this is how I started the podcast.
Yeah, it's
Alright,
begun.
cool.
We're in. We're
Good
tapped
stuff.
in, bro.
Good stuff.
You're
guys.
deep in.
Yep.
We are well.
Yeah.
We are well.
How's everybody's day been?
It was good.
Now we move, man.
Yeah.
It's getting busy, bro, and I'm hating that everybody every single day is asking, yo, how you feeling for this wedding? I said, bro,
It happened today too.
Trying to avoid
every
that one.
conversation, like, no matter who it is, I'll bump into every single person, bro. And I'm just like I was good until you asked me about how am I feeling. Like, everyone asked.
Answer differently every time. Oh, it's actually not going ahead anymore.
It's going. it's
Oh, it's
cancelled.
great, man. It's already happened. What are you talking about? Yeah, just switch it up with everybody.
Bro, because in my head, I'm like, it's patterned. Like, everything is like, I like to compartmentalize when I need to, right? So, like, I lock in for when I need to lock in, and then when I'm in a different phase or different environment, I don't actually have to think about these kind of things, whatever, right? So that's me. And then honestly, it's constant, like every single bro is so crazy,
I
man.
feel like it's the it's the small talk for being around Daniel or Marwa right now. You know what I mean?
It's
Or like
easy,
anyone
yeah.
that's
Ask
getting
about
married.
the
Something
wedding.
different,
Ask
bro.
about the wedding, yeah.
When was the last time a close friend asked you how's the thing going?
When was the last time a close friend?
Yeah.
It's because there's a lot more things going on, so we can talk about different elements.
That's
of
not,
different things.
So that kind of goes to this point where it's just, that's the new small talk. You know what I
True,
mean?
because it's like, random person asks, like, I'm not breaking down elements to you.
Yeah.
Oh, really? There's a bit of headache with inviting the guest. Like, bro, I'm not telling you this. Like, it's good. That's all it goes.
Yeah.
I keep on saying to Mara, like, I'm happy until after this because Mara's phone is just non-stop ringing as well. And, like, in the past week, mine's ramped up too, like, hella phone. I'm like, God, I can't wait till, like, afterwards. It's just
Silent.
chill.
Have you?
And then you're going to get, congratulations. That's how it goes, bro.
Yeah.
Has anyone given you a call asking about any ticket to an invitation?
Mara got asked about tickets because apparently we're giving tickets out for this event,
Yeah, people are trying to buy tickets.
for this concert wedding.
Tickets to the
I like
wedding.
that. I'm not going to lie. Might have told someone you're selling them and I'm getting a cut.
Look at this guy, bro. It's actually crazy.
Yeah.
Nah, for me personally, nah.
Yeah.
I've been chill. Yeah, nah, no one's been approaching me, but I think for you, for sure.
That's all I've been getting. A lot of
Damn, no
invitation
way.
talk, a lot of...
How do you respond to that?
Yeah, have you gotten good at saying no?
No, because she
I know she doesn't say no.
bro,
I just want to
I was
know.
still sending 11th hour invites to some people. I'm like,
No, I
just-
bro,
I
you
just-
just did recently, though. We
I
spoke
just-
about it in the car. Yeah, all right.
No. That one was because that one was just delayed. It was never going to be. It was just delayed.
Childhood friends, bro. Childhood
Bro.
friends.
No,
Childhood friends.
no.
Bro,
Wait,
the
wait.
last time we spoke about
The-
this
the- the way they-
invitation, we confirmed, no, that's not happening.
No, we didn't. Look, yeah.
Okay.
Don't,
So
don't do
delayed
that. Don't do-
when
it was
it's less than
delayed.
two.
I'm just
less than a
very,
month.
I'm just a bit behind because there's just so much stuff piling up. So it was meant to happen. Yeah. Anyways,
That's
you are not an afterthought, okay?
person didn't even
I
know.
thought she was looking at me.
Yeah, I looked at you too. I said, what's going on here, bro?
I think they're definitely afterthought.
No.
Mad, bro.
But that's why I've been avoiding like speaking about it and like details and stuff on
I'm
here
trying
because
to.
people listen and then they'll ask you, I heard
What
you
you
talk
said on
about
here?
this on the podcast. Oh, like what's going on with that? So I'm like, just leave it.
I think guys are no actually. I think girls are no shy with it. I don't think guys ask, but I think girls are not afraid to
of
ask.
course.
I'll never ask if I'm invited to a wedding. I would never ask that
Because,
question.
bro, honestly,
Not gonna lie,
Honestly,
100% say.
honestly,
bro.
when
Like genuine.
As in,
when
the
For sure.
people? Okay, yeah,
Ask
okay.
the person.
'Cause
themselves.
In general, yeah, there's actually no...
I already know if I'm invited
No,
or not.
yeah.
That's facts.
I remember because every time we go out, I just realized, guys, I'm not saying that they don't ask, but I've seen a lot more girls ask if they're invited.
Guys-
more than guys.
Okay, guys...
Some guys might hint it, like, yo, congrats, and then they drag the conversation a little long, trying to be like, so am I gonna get this?
Nah, but okay, so I'm
But
saying
no one-
guys don't even have the intention to try to like if they know they're not, I don't think they have the intention to try to change your
You try
mind
to change
or
it.
anything like that.
Whereas girls were like, hey.
So do I get an invite? Oh, I had someone be like, actually I won't say.
No, I have to
It's
hear
very
it.
obvious. No.
We'll bleep it.
It's
all.
alright.
Leave the whole
Oh,
song.
I mean,
We're
it's
trying
not,
to
it's
kiki.
not obvious, but like they were like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to see you walk down the aisle. You're gonna look so beautiful. But they weren't invited, and they're still not invited. So
Maybe they're just talking about when
Yeah,
the
like
video
on
comes
Instagram,
out.
bro.
Instagram.
Yeah, whoa, why'd you get so like,
Yeah. Why jump to conclusions?
yeah, why you jumping
well,
like
you
that?
guys, what? They
Like-
definitely meant like in person.
Like they just might mean on Facebook Live when the
No,
aunties,
they
They made that
definitely
calls,
meant.
bro, yeah,
I would have
Definitely
calls.
met in person, bro. But
Oh.
yeah,
bro. But yeah, it's
almost there.
It's actually so close.
Yeah.
And then when it happens, and then
keen, bro.
that
Oh.
conversation just goes dead.
Yep.
Thank goodness.
Yeah, bro. We need
And you
it,
just leave the country
Leave me alone.
and
then-
you clock out,
bro. Yeah.
phones off,
Phone
Because
is
you won't have
off.
signal.
clothes off.
What's wrong with this guy? Go for it.
Hey, house.
Do you guys like do you guys do like a box? Do you guys do that as well? Like so
Do we
girls
do
they'll
the
do a
box?
they'll
Yeah.
no, they'll
Yeah, we do.
they'll create a box like like a sexy box or whatever, right?
hell?
What?
With lingerie and all this stuff inside. Do you guys do that as well?
What are
Well,
you
I meant to
talking
give
about?
my man them what? Cock ring?
What are you talking about, bro?
Wait,
I'm
what?
actually curious because
No, what do you mean?
Nah,
Like for who?
bro. Yeah, girls do that. I know
girls do it
this.
for
Yeah.
the bride, for their friend, as the bride. They'll give them a box like, oh, this is for like your first night, blah, blah, blah. This lingerie, all this like handcuffs, whatever cute stuff inside. I'm asking, do you guys do that?
That's not cute, bro.
Why
Do
not
you guys
post?
do that or not?
Nah, like
Hey, what do you want, bro?
What do you?
Yeah,
First
put
night,
on
bro.
that, bro.
Like, what are we gonna give?
Not gonna lie, I feel like your friends shouldn't be involved. Like, I just don't want to think of you at all in that moment.
Yeah.
It's not about thinking. It's just
It's
like
very
it's a
different.
gift.
For women.
It's a
For women,
gift.
it's very different.
Yeah.
What? Why? How?
Cause it is. Cause like
It does.
it's the same way they compliment each other. Like, oh, you're so hot. You're so like,
Well, I can't call you guys hot.
relax.
We literally do that all the time.
You're dripped out. You're whatever.
No,
That's
but bro, you look so
different to
hot today.
Sexy.
Huh?
Say it. Say it. You guys look
I
so
dare
sexy.
Nah, you don't today, so I can't lie.
Okay. Very smart guy.
You say you don't. today.
No, guys don't do that. Never.
Interesting.
What would it be? Yeah.
I don't know.
That's
I
what-
actually don't know. Like, I don't know what the guys.
Yeah.
There's, like, there's actually
There's-
nothing.
Yeah,
for
that's
to
what I'm
put
thinking.
in the box.
There's
for
actually
guys.
nothing.
Yeah, I don't know what you could.
Yeah.
No, like a nice piece of
What?
boxes or.
Surely my guy can
Like-
afford stepone.life
That's the
/disruption.
disruption, bro.
Wait, we can afford it as well, but it's just like, oh, here's
Boxes.
A
We're gonna give.
Anyways, just thought it,
That's not sexy at
Need to
all.
know
Like I
what
don't know.
guys
Like,
do.
I know. I link up with them after. Did you use them?
All right, okay, let's try.
Like, what? Kind of.
Let's try to figure it out. What would we put in a box? A sexy box, sexy gift for a guy.
Yeah.
As guys for your friend.
What? But like
So
the
the woman
intention
get-
is for him to use it with his partner, right?
Yeah.
Gotta give me that 3,000.
That's your partner, bro.
You what?
Huh? What time is that? There's nothing.
There's nothing because
There's nothing,
even
yeah.
like condoms useless.
There's generally
Who's
nothing.
wearing
And don't even
helmet
try
in their
searching
house?
up on the
Check it
internet what you can get
I mean, you
for
could
guys.
do like toys.
What?
Of
Yeah, whoa,
course.
what are you doing now, bro?
For him to put
For
where?
him.
What's going on
him.
here, bro?
I saw this hilarious ass video today.
What is this operation, bro?
This girl was saying, when I was a kid, I had this idea to invent a plug to put in your butt so you would stop the farts from coming out. And she was like, all these people are adults around me didn't tell me anything when I was saying, guys, I invented a butt plug.
Damn.
Oh my days.
She's like, I was 8.
It makes no sense, man. Nah, yeah, it's definitely not. It's
Interesting.
definitely not.
There's nothing.
Yeah, no.
That's
And I'm
fair.
pretty. Think I'm pretty content and happy with the boys not being invested in that kind of a way.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Just wish you the best.
It's wish you the best.
Figure it out.
Bro.
It's not that hard.
Girls interesting in that regard, though, man. Like the way that you guys get
So,
invested in all
do
that.
you expect that from your friends?
No, I don't. I didn't expect that at all.
Yeah,
But
that's
I just
already
had
on-
two
it's already
friends that
on the
just
works.
pop up and say, "Yep, we want to do it."
Oh.
So I was like, "Okay." Like you can sit there
Yeah.
because
Never.
they really want to do it. So I was like, "Oh, all right, why not?" You don't have to go into detail about anything at all. But
Is there an area where guys should be more invested in?
Yeah, with the homies. I was thinking that. Like, onto the level of what girls are.
Like it's up to us if we do want to compare it on the same level as the girls.
Like, if you can find the category that lies underneath that for, women friendships, and then where's that different for the man them?
well, what's something you guys don't talk about often, or like something that you're like, we don't need to discuss that amongst ourselves.
Or is this now in general outside of like
Yeah.
wedding and
'Cause then
everything?
that could
Yeah,
be,
for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. Yeah.
And something that girls do well right now.
But you're saying something that's like like not mental health or something like that, right?
Like your
Yeah,
sex
I'm not-
life.
yeah.
Like, as in, like for example, this is something that's like, it's just a fun element of the friendship where they're like, yeah, this has nothing to do with me, but like, oh, we want you to have fun night, all
Why
this
did they
stuff.
get gassed, though?
That's how they were wired.
Like, that's so elementary when you
Faulty
deep it.
mechanics.
When you deep-
Ultimate mechanics.
like, when you deep it, though, yeah? Like, it's a little bit...
No, I'm not gonna
Elementary.
lie, bro. Like, I get it in a sense.
Oh my gosh, girl! Like, that vibe. Is what, you know what I mean?
That's ridiculous.
Nah, this
But it's
guy-
like, yeah, no, I want you to I want to make sure you're having a fun time. That I
like,
get.
because it can be daunting. Like we,
No,
as in, like,
me, bro.
when you read online, not everyone always has a great first experience. So it's like if your friends know what's up, they're just giving you advice, or they're like, oh, not advice in terms of like tapping into, that conversation, you and your partner. But like, just, this can help type of situation. But I guess you guys didn't talk about that stuff.
Guys, where does it go? The GoPro on. Belly button.
Dang, bro.
Oh, gosh.
But yeah, I don't know, like,
Interesting.
as guys, like, anything that we're not, like, because, like, yeah, what do girls, like, celebrate very well for each other, but, like, we don't do that too well, like, as guys.
Oh, birthdays.
Birthdays.
Nah,
But then again, like, I think about it and I'm like, I always think it's
Maybe
so
we're okay
nice
with it.
when yes, I think that's the thing. We're okay
with
with
it,
this thing.
yeah.
Because I'm like, I wouldn't like it if the way, like, I think it's nice when girls will rock up to their best friend's house and put balloons everywhere and all this,
That's cute.
right? Or their boyfriend's house.
Yeah.
But if one of the guys came into my house and did that for me, bro, get out.
What do you mean?
Like, it's just not necessary.
okay, so
Nah,
this is the
that's
thing.
nice.
Not necessary.
Of course, we're not talking about coming and doing that, but I think maybe the effort. But the effort could look different.
Or like putting together a surprise dinner for you.
Like
Oh,
put
yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
like putting together something like just basically being invested on your birthday, because I think girls are pretty invested in each other's
Yeah.
birthday if they care.
They do it well.
Yeah.
Girls have about, like, 3 birthdays with each other, though, before the friendship shuts down.
So they have to maximize
Yeah,
enjoyment.
yeah. You got 3 years
This
of
is not a
maximal
slander
enjoyment.
session, please.
Maximal enjoyment, and then, like, yeah, there's no money.
Talk about what we do
gotta
well.
How
play.
much
Like,
money do you have on, like, not money, but like, do you do that where you stare at like friendships around you, like and not your friendships, but like friendships with other people around you? And you're like, 2 more years, 6 more months,
Oh
1
my
more year.
God.
what, like,
It's-
wages and beds and that.
It's hard to put time frame, but I feel like I can kind of tell if something's gonna work out or not.
Man,
Yeah.
I genuinely actually never look at relationships of like it's not gonna work out because I always know at the end, like genuinely, like
Yeah.
I might say I don't think you guys are good for each other, but it's like I don't know, you might
Somehow.
work it out. You know what I'm saying? But because in my mind, I'm like I actually don't know what the heck goes on in your text messages together behind closed doors. It's like I only really see what's
side.
here. And you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
so in my mind, relationships, I'm like, yo, as long as what you're telling me is you're happy, I'll take your word for it. Don't lie to me. If you're crying for help, then cry for help properly, bro. You know what I'm
talking
saying?
about friendship
Relationships or anything. It's like, yeah, then cry for help properly or something like that, you know? But unless someone doesn't say that, I'm here for you. Like,
Excited.
So, there's not, I don't think there's that many that, there's none that I can think of. I'm like, outside, I'm like, yeah, it's not going to work out. Well, you guys got bets?
Not bets. Thoughts.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah. Oh, my days, man. I don't care. Why don't you say something?
I do.
Okay. You say something?
Nah, I don't.
It also depends on my proximity to the person. Like, if I'm
Yeah.
close, I might say something. If I'm not, like, why the heck would I say anything?
It's just like a fun thing.
It's just like, it's a game for me to know. Like, oh, wow, I was right. You know?
It's actually
My
mad,
intuition,
bro.
discernment, whatever you want to go.
Sometimes it's not an actual problem, but some you just don't see it. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I get that.
You have to explain for me, bro.
So as it like, for one person, you be like, this person's faith is important to them, right? But the person that they're with, maybe they're not really walking in faith yet, or they're not walking in faith currently. You know what I mean? So then I'm like, all right, cool. Because I already know how serious this person is taking it, and I already know the other person is not really serious about it. I sort of, it's like, for me, it's like, the only way this is going to work out is if this person takes the faith serious, and I don't see that happening, right? Just because I sort of know the person. Then I'm like, it's not going to work out.
See, with me, when I
know.
see that, and you're saying this person's taking their faith seriously, in my mind, I'm like, it's going
That's
to
an
work out.
opportunity for friendship, yeah.
No, not even that. I'm like, in my mind, taking your faith seriously wouldn't have put yourself into that spell.
But yeah.
So that's why in my
into that
mind, I'm
position,
like,
yeah.
maybe you're actually not as seriously
Serious.
taking it as you know what I'm saying? So it could work out. Do you know what I mean? Because you will
Yeah.
accommodate.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're actually taking it serious, I don't think you would have ended up in that position in the first
Yeah.
place. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I mean, there's
But if
that
you
element
then
too.
I'm like, oh, you are clearly accommodating that. So I'm like, all right, I could
should,
see you
yeah.
do it in the long run, unless eventually you actually like fully
You
switch
switch
on
halfway
then, yeah.
through, maybe,
But
yeah.
I don't know. For a lot of the time, I see a lot of people. It's like, oh, you actually see that person started to, digress a little bit, or they haven't, been as present or whatever like that. And it's like, yeah, now they're working out, and that's because the faith said backseat.
Yeah, it's like,
Or they
Bruh.
saw potential in the person to get to a level that they're at. So they dated, that whole saying, they dated potential, and it just happened to work out. That they
Okay.
uplifted
Wait, are we
that
talking about
person as well.
relationships now?
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
Relationships, friendships, for the same thing. You have a friend, one's here, one's there, and then, potential, and you guys are on the same level. Like, it can work both ways, I guess.
Yeah, I just have seen it more in the opposite direction than that.
Well, flirt to convert doesn't really work.
Yeah, bro. I've definitely.
Like, flirt to convert doesn't really work.
I've definitely see it go in the other direction more than
Someone-
that one ever. You know what I'm saying? Like in the positive of like, yeah,
Rare.
like why was them being able to get switched on rooted within you kind of thing? Like that's not even
Also,
a
do you
proper.
even want that? Is the other thing.
No, it could just be that they were always switched on. Sometimes some people just need that extra push. They need someone to be there to encourage them to do it, right? For some people, sometimes it's like,
Should have been their friend first, then, man. You had to do a whole relationship before that.
no, but we're
Right.
talking relationship and friendship. This goes for both. It can be both.
Yeah, but
where it's
friendship
you
is
can
not as
do-
high stakes
That's
as
why.
that.
That's why.
Where-
Because I thought we were talking about friendship. That's why I said it's a great opportunity to remain friends.
Yeah.
Is if you guys have different beliefs or are working at different rates in your belief or whatever. It's like if it's friendship, it's like then why would I not continue this friendship just because they don't believe it? You know what I mean? There's not a partnership where it's like, yo,
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
I'm merging my life, fusing my life with this person's. You know what I mean? Like that's where I'm like, it's very different. Like friendship, I'm like, there's no reason to not be friends with someone just because of where they're at in their faith.
100%.
Unless it's, you see that affecting, the surroundings that you have to be around or whatever. But then also that would be a thing of how serious are you taking this?
But shouldn't your friends also, like, in your relationship, you're looking for someone that aligns? Shouldn't your friends also align in a way?
Bro,
I
what
guess.
are you
Wait,
saying?
depends.
No, she's right. She's
Wait,
right.
it
But
depends
she's
which
just showing
friends.
herself in the foot of the argument.
Wait, how?
Like, if
No,
it's
no,
a
no.
relationship, if now it's a romantic one, that same kind of mantra or principle should be carried into there as well. So it's clearly not going to work out.
No,
No, she's saying
no,
if
I'm
that's
saying
the
it
if that's the
doesn't.
standard you apply to your romantic, why don't you also do that to this? Because it's also part of your life. That's what you're saying, right?
Yeah, but
But
the stakes
I'm saying yes, they're not aligned at the start. But what we were saying before, right, is you have someone who is strong in their faith and someone who might be a little shaky. They get into a relationship. Let's start off there, and then one brings the other up, right? Because they encourage them, they support them, and then they get to a level where they're strong in their faith now. I'm saying the same thing applies in a friendship as well. That can happen the same thing.
Yeah, but I'm saying in a friendship, it's less stakes in terms of the partnering of your life. That's why the same rule doesn't need to apply with a friendship and a partnership.
Depends the level of friendship, though.
Yeah, but you're not building your life like
I
as a
think
partner
the
with your
romantic
friend.
thing is like,
Wait, but like, okay, so your friends, like these guys here.
Yeah, but okay, but like the decisions that
all
we
our
make.
relationships about our faith are independent of each other. Like my relationship with Jesus is just my relationship with Jesus that I built myself. Daniel's is Daniel's, yours is yours, Carl's is Carl's, right?
But in a partnership,
if like because
No,
of
yeah,
me
I
you've
get
learned
that.
this, now there's also the investment in like, I don't want to, like I want to become closer to God so that I don't lose this partner as well. That's half of the motivation. Whereas like a friendship doesn't have that element.
I guess.
Sort of.
Maybe, I don't know. I still stand, but
Yeah, fair.
yeah.
But I get what you're saying in terms of like, because it's not the other person's faith is completely off. It's like, I don't actively, I'm not very active with it. And I think maybe, when you do get with someone who's active with it, it kind of sort of allows you to be more active with it, I guess. You know what I mean? But I think in a friendship it's a bit different. But I think also low-key, that sort of determines how close you are going to be with the person as well. I think when you look around and you see who's like your actual closest friend, it's probably unlikely you'll be someone that does not walk in faith as well.
If it matters.
Matters to you.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So, but it doesn't mean that you guys are not close, but just maybe not on that top tier level. You know what I mean?
Hondo, what's this peak friendship thing?
Yeah. So
You're
makes,
talking about it.
yeah. So it actually makes me think: is there such thing as peak friendship? So when I say peak friendship, I'm talking in terms of like, is there certain things that if you do in your friendship, you can turn around and say that's a peak? Like we've reached the peak of our friendship. So for example,
When you call
if
your
I
friends
tell you
sex.
something,
Yeah.
but you're not gonna get hurt
Okay.
about it, like does that mean that now for our friendship it's like this is peak friendship that I can actually tell you what I think and you're not gonna get hurt because you know that I want the best for you rather than me having to sort of not say it because I'm scared to hurt your feelings. You know what I mean? So then now is there such thing as in my mind I was just sort of thinking, I was like, well, hold on, like is there such as peak friendship, and if there is, what does that look like for me? And for me, it looks like me telling you something, right, without you getting hurt, and also you telling me something that I'm not hurt about it because I know that you actually care for me, you know what I mean? But I also know for different people, that might look different. But thoughts on that?
Yeah, no good.
I was, when you said that the first half, which was you telling me something and me or whoever not getting upset about it, I was like, how much is that an indication of peak friendship versus that person's maturity or temperament? You know what I'm saying?
And how it's delivered as well.
Even besides the delivery,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Because friends don't always get, okay, if we're talking about peak friendship, they should be getting it right.
Yeah.
But it's, you know what I mean? Like, is it an indication of the friendship being great or an indication of two very, very mature individuals being in a friendship? But I think then as well, you need, if you're going to be at a level of quote unquote peak friendship, then you actually need to be these types of people anyways from the jump. You know what I'm saying? Like, not from the jump, but you need to have those type of individuals in a relationship to have a peak friendship, because it means you're not letting petty things, cross your mind. It means that you have understandings very, very easily. It means that,
It means you always know the person's intentions.
you're considering them constantly, kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, those are all characteristics of someone who is actually quite mature as well. And that's what allows it to be a peak friendship, bro. Because, fam, like, I'm not going to lie, so many people are in, like, really, really good friendships and all that in regards to the vibe and the enjoyment and the happiness. But it's like, when the going gets tough, man, them are running for the hills, bro. Because I forgot who I was talking to this about, but it's like, we jump levels too quickly sometimes in life.
Yeah.
By exposing ourselves to experiences that we're not maturely ready to handle yet, right? So it's like, So you're in a position or you face a situation within your friendship or something like that, but it's like you actually weren't maturely ready to face that. So it's like when it's great and it's rosy. But it's now when you actually need to, stand the
Deal
test
with it.
and deal with it, and you can't because you actually weren't building that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, when I look around, I'm like, there's so many situations or relationships. I haven't made my bets yet, but who knows, we might. But it's like, that's what I see. I'm like, I see enjoyment, but I'm like, yo, when there's
Been going on.
yeah, then how long is this really going to last at the end of the day? So it's interesting. But I like that as a thing though, in regards to being able to. I think okay, what you're saying, put in different words, is actually you don't have to. No
one's defensive.
Yeah, no one's defensive.
Yeah.
No one's faking anything either. I'd say
Yeah.
so because you're like you're still having a filter in life. When people say I have no filter, having a filter is emotional EQ. Like being able to know how to deliver certain things. But everyone thinks that in a friendship, I'm
just
raw.
being raw.
Oh, raw, bro. People love
There's
that
still
one.
a way to say.
It's like, bro, no, there's still a way.
You don't know how to behave, bro.
Bro.
You actually don't know how to behave.
You get me?
You're a bad person.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Yeah.
But like, it's EQ to actually have some kind of a way to deliver things. But
Yeah.
I think it's that your words don't lack truth at the end of the day, ultimately. Even though you know how to deliver it, they're still truthfully. And that's a peak friendship when you can do that freely.
do
I
that,
think.
yeah. Without anyone just feeling all about it. Okay.
I wouldn't know.
Damn, that's
I'm kidding.
girls, bro. So
No. I think ultimately what you said is definitely correct in terms of like, maturity is important because maturity, even if you do get offended, it's being like, okay, we can work through it. It's like no matter what you say to me, being mature, like on both levels, being able to like articulate, how you feel or a situation to someone is very important, and being able to receive it as well in a way that's like, okay, I'm not gonna, even though, because we're not saying like, don't have an issue with things, because at the end of the day we're human. If someone says something to you, you can get offended, but it's like, how are you going to now deal with that afterwards? Is it going to affect your friendship in a way that can't be restored or whatnot? But yeah, definitely the being able to communicate is important in order to get to a peak friendship. But yeah, it's friendship is hard, man. It's actually hard. And how do you guys do it?
you want to talk about this?
I'm not gonna lie, I think I'm experiencing peak friendship, bro.
I figured that's why you brought it up.
Nah, because I was like, yeah. And I was like, what does that look like? And I was like, is that what's happening right now? I'm like,
Is that with many people, or is it like how many people do you reckon? Because what's the max?
Why'd you put him against? Look at him, he's stressed.
Bro, there was a thing.
He doesn't know how to answer.
Today on Instagram, it was like, would you rather have $30 million or 30 million loyal friends?
Hey.
So I was like, what the heck am I going to do with 30 million
Yeah,
friends?
right. What kind of stupid ass?
I'm gonna hang out with him, all of it.
Run my check.
I think it's a dumb one, but and it's not dumb. It's a basic one, but it's like, when you're having fun, like fun is, for me, it's the foundation of friendship. But those moments of fun where you're like, it's never crossed your mind, like, are they having fun as well?
Yeah.
And like, you're just genuinely like elated, like you're laughing together,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
like, because there's been moments where it's like, oh, like Daniel, like at the back of that baby shower, where we're just like cracking up.
Oh
Right?
my
We've
gosh.
had moments like that as well. Like, I feel like everyone has shared those kind of moments
Bro,
together.
the fact
where
that I
it's
have that on video as well,
like, bro, it's just like you're just like dumb in your own world.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't know, like it's more than just we're having fun. It's like we're on literally cloud nine.
Yep.
Or you're
That
on the
is-
same wavelength.
Yeah, like you're literally like Mercury is in the retrograde.
Gatorade, dog.
Yeah. But it's like those moments, I'm
Yeah.
like, that feels like
Yeah.
this is as fun can get. I like them.
Bro, asking how they're having fun too kills me.
Like,
I know what you mean.
everyone's had that thought, like either it's on a date or something. And you're like I'm
Pete.
enjoying this, but like, are they enjoying this
having
just
fun?
as much?
Yeah.
Bro, my sister
it's actually-
Oh, yeah, go.
No, it's actually so funny because I don't know. I think there was this one time, like these guys are my friends, so it's not like that crazy. But then when you organize an event,
Now you're concerned about everyone's happiness.
Yeah, because I know if I was like, hey, y'all guys, yeah, escape room. You guys are like, yeah,
Yeah.
escape room. And I know I'll never have to be like, these guys having fun. You know what I mean? Like, it's calm, right?
But when you throw the net,
But then when you throw that,
another direction.
You know, you have to go. So do you guys want to get chips? That's how you know.
Like, yeah, I don't know. I forgot what the activity was. You know, like bowling or whatever it is. And then I'm like, this is fun, isn't it? You know what I mean?
long.
Not that, isn't it?
I was gonna say because my sister's like that, right? Where she's a very nice person that she'll
Befriend everyone.
It's kind of like what I think I mentioned this early pod where I was like, there's people that I know, they have such a good time and experience. Oh, damn, of me sounds so weird to say. Like, as in, hey, Daniel, can we catch up? And it's like, yeah, sure. And it's like, I actually don't have any interest in this catch up, but I know that it means a lot to this individual. I'm like, I don't know if that's bad or, you know what I mean? Like, you don't know if that's a bad thing to do or whatever, right? But anyways, my sister's like that too. And there's been so many times where she'll hang out with someone because she knows that this person, like, maybe they actually don't have, let's say even if they do have friends, they don't have a quality friend, like, and she knows she'll see things in the friendship circle is like, that's not on. Like, this isn't the type of people you need. And she's like, all right, you know what? How can I say this? You know, when you look at some friendships and you're like, but I'm certain you guys don't talk about anything that is actually life-changing or life-impacting or, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like my sister will be like, all right, you know what? This person has clearly got a lot going on and I know they're not going to get the help they need from their friends. Sure, I'm down to catch up with you or whatever. And in her head, she's like, bruv, this is dead. Like, I never...
This is the peak friendship, bro. The wrong side of peak.
The wrong side of peak. This is peak. You know what I mean? Like, she'll do that. And this happens so many times and I'm like, damn, bro, like, yeah, what's going on in other people's spaces? But you're right, as your actual friend, you never have to, like, ask that question of, like, or be like, damn, when's this going to end?
Because that's the,
the
worst ones, even when you're like, I'm not having fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
You ever been around those groups of people and you're like, this is not fun.
Yeah.
Why am I here?
Yeah, it's mad, bro.
Yeah.
That's ass.
Yeah, it's not good.
But at the same time, like, the whole peak friendship is so subjective that we might turn around and say, yeah, like, it's peak for y'all. But the wrong side of peak, right? But then for them, there's like, this is peak friendship.
Yeah. You honestly, you can't tell.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yes. But I'm like,
good principles, but that's
but I'm like, aren't there objectively good principles to have within a friendship or baseline traits? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But for them, it could just be purely just fun.
But that's not friendship, though. Like, I wouldn't consider that friendship. Because it's a friendship if it's just for fun. Like, it's a good acquaintance.
Yeah. I think, like a good friendship, you have to be able to go through the bad, go through the good, have fun, you know, do all of those different things, not just one where you do very well and then everything else is like meh. Yeah. It's like do all. Yeah.
Go through the bad, go through the good, huh?
That's it.
That's what makes a good friendship.
That's what makes a peak friendship.
Should write a book.
I should. I'm an expert, bro. What do you mean? What do you mean?
Well, if that was the case,
Front cover, back cover.
Oh, you want some Drake vibes? He wrote a sentence. What are you saying? If that's the case, what?
like, shouldn't girls have really good friendships? Like,
why?
Because you go through the bad.
Who says they don't,
good,
though?
Right?
Who says they don't?
Yeah.
Like, actually, who says girls don't have a good friendship?
No, some girls do. Some guys don't. Yeah.
Exactly.
No, but I'm saying you forgot about that logic. Then technically, guys' friendship is actually not.
What's a female
you know what I mean?
celeb friendship? Like one that you can, like, can you guys think of a male celeb friendship that exists?
Only like
That's
Ron, Chris Paul, them Donnies.
Banana
Boat. Yeah.
What?
James
friendship
Harden.
group?
Splash Brothers.
Oh, Splash Brothers. I thought you said Spice Brothers. I'm like, who the heck are these guys?
Who the
bro?
Splash?
City girls?
Who's Splash Brothers?
I don't think they get along
Clay
as well
and,
as we think.
No, they get along.
I
They
don't
get
know what I think
along
of the
very,
brothers.
very well.
Yeah, they do.
They get along. They do life together. They're life partners.
I look, there's actually a lot of girl friendships.
Yeah, no, I'm just asking. Name them, bro.
Okay.
Name them.
Can't think off the top of my head, but I'm sure there's plenty out there
Yeah.
for sure. I can send you a list after, but
Go research. All right.
Researcher.
Yeah, it's interesting, man. I was gonna ask a question. I'm trying to remember what I was gonna say, bruv. It's alongside this goddamn Friendship thing, bro. Far out, bro. This hasn't happened in ages to me on the pod, bro. Oh,
Guys
fuck.
and girls being friends.
No,
Girls and
run
girls
that
being
question, bro.
friends.
No, it's the one about
Most
Carlos
overused.
was saying something about like shouldn't girls be exes because they go through
Oh, the highs and lows.
the highs and lows together.
I mean, based on Miles' logic, I'm just thinking because you're saying if
Friendship is about going through highs and lows.
Yeah.
then-
I mean, isn't it?
I
Isn't
don't,
that
I don't
like-
know, maybe.
Don't you go through highs and lows with your friends? Wouldn't you expect your friends, if they're there for you during the good, to be there for you during the bad as well?
Okay, sorry. So when
Course.
you were saying the
Yeah,
high and the
that's
low,
what-
so I didn't know you're talking about like low as in like on
What are the
Wait, what did you think I
No,
meant by
this
So
is-
that?
it's different.
He thought the lows of a friendship as opposed to the lows
loads
of
of your
life.
individual life, which is two different things completely.
The lows of a friendship.
Yeah, that's what I thought you're talking about. Lows,
Elaborate.
and I was like, oh, if
But-
that's the case.
I feel like the lows of a
What's-
friendship only come if the friend isn't there during the lows of life.
Yeah. That's the only time you're going to experience
yeah.
a bad friend. It's like if there's
Yeah.
a period in your life where I need someone to be there for me and you're not there for me. Then,
Okay, so you're talking about like individual, the lows
Yeah.
and individual.
yeah.
Okay, that makes
This
sense.
guy's massaging every brain cell.
Like, cause I'm just double checking. I was like, oh, friendship,
Yeah,
because
no,
that
no.
also doesn't make sense. Sometimes when you do go through the low in your friendship, and you guys are able to overcome that, you guys become stronger.
But there's always a reason why you're going through a low in the friendship. And it's usually because of those
Betrayal.
external factors. Yeah, betrayal, whatever it is. It's all right, just let it go, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so pissed off,
racking your brain.
I realized the Sudanese community, like the older.
Oh,
Are we
don't start.
gonna- are we
Just
gonna-
don't
are we
do
gonna-
that. Don't. I've been fighting for my life this whole weekend over the Sudanese community because of this guy. Please leave that one. Leave that conversation.
He even came in green.
Bro, leave the
I don't know why.
conversation.
As soon as I said that, this
You're
guy
like
came.
green, boy.
This guy came with a smile and he
No, just
Wait, nah, I want to hear what the topic
We gotta,
is.
yeah, Carlos, what are you gonna say?
Relax,
feel you, bro. You're
bro.
fired up.
Daniel is so happy.
I've never seen.
Bro, it's just observations, bro. Observations.
Bro, you
Well,
crossed observation
It's
a
just
long
observations.
time
Hold
ago.
on, hold on.
Actually, an
Okay, hold
unbiased
on.
research
Quick question.
independent party.
Now, quick question. So Daniel clearly,
words together.
has observed
A lot of
the
things
Sudanese
over
community.
10 plus years, bro. That's
Ah.
Alright, let's talk about it.
substantial
Alright,
shit.
let's talk
Do you
about it.
agree?
That's-
We'll touch in a second, but Ma, do you agree with his observation?
Which ones?
Like just in general.
Do I agree?
You answer the question. I don't want to.
He has
like
a lot. He has a lot of observations, right? And over the weekend, we just had a very lengthy and very intense, I will say, conversation about the Sudanese community. Ultimately, I am Sudanese, so I'm never going to shit on my people. All right, I'm never going to shit on myself. First of all, however,
can get someone to do
I agree to a certain extent.
What?
But
Yeah.
I'll leave it at that. Yep. What were you going to say about the Sudanese community?
Nah, I just realized that like the older ones, they don't really have
friends.
like they do have, but like not. Like the guys
best
are always by themselves and the ladies are always
Mm.
chilling. They never actually come together. They like,
yeah,
like Johnny, they cannot say that's my friend.
yeah.
You know, and that's what and I think we sort of kind of created that environment where legit every single event, the ladies sitting in that room, and then the men are in the
Bro,
garage.
people
But
buy
that's-
houses based on that.
Yeah,
as
but
well,
that's just
to make sure
cultural-
that there's
that's just
multiple
cultural
lounges.
tradition.
Yeah,
Yeah, but then
yeah.
what that's doing, like, there's actually, I don't know, man. Actually, look, I've been to events where the ladies and the men sitting around a circle, yeah, laughing, having a good time, and I was like, we don't have that, right? So
There wouldn't be an uncle and an auntie visiting another uncle and auntie, and they're all together in the same room chit chatting.
yeah, yeah. Bro, if I come to your house, there's no way that you and I are sitting there at the Marwa and
In the men's lounge.
unless
But that's all to do with the culture you grew up
Yeah.
in.
Yeah.
That's what they use.
Like you're asking people
And that's
to
what
be
we're
what they're
critiquing.
not.
but that's what I'm yeah.
That's what we're critiquing. Culture doesn't mean it's
that-
correct.
But also
Culture
culture
can be
doesn't mean it's
changed.
wrong.
Yeah, but it also doesn't mean it's like culture that is not always beneficial either.
Yeah, okay, but
Yeah.
neither is
That's
ours.
what my critiques have been.
Neither is ours, though.
What are you saying?
Not everything that we're just used to is good.
All right, but right now we're talking about this right now.
Yeah, I know, that's
Tell
what I'm
me
saying.
how this is conducive for a village mentality of everyone's raising everyone.
Well,
right?
all the men are looking like as in you can argue on either way. You can say all the men are with each other, they're looking out for each other.
Alright,
All the stuff.
so
all
now
the women
when
are
you
with each
provide-
other, all this
yeah,
kind of
when
stuff.
you now provide the evidence of things as well.
Yeah, no, I hear you on this. I
Yeah.
hear you on this. Yeah, sure.
So why are you
But-
fighting this right now?
Because there are communities where it works for them like this.
Yep.
Because this, like, okay, and I don't know where exactly it comes from, whether it started in Sudan or whether it was a Islamic influence or something like that. But our Muslim communities are like that in the Middle East as well. But it works for them.
Yep.
Yeah, which is crazy.
What's that?
Like, when they link up, is it also on a separate vibe as
You
well?
got the majlis for the men
mosques are
and then the majlis
different.
for the women, yeah.
Well, I don't know, man. I don't know if that's really a community thing, yeah? Like, let's say the man goes away or the woman goes away. It's almost like, okay, let's just say me and my wife, yeah? Let's say Marwa goes to work somewhere for like 2 years. I don't know. Just she's out of the picture for quite some time. She got to go handle business. Do you know what I mean? Now, because that happened, like, my wife is not coming with me. I don't know if that sort of makes
I know
sense.
what you mean, because I know that there's been people where because the wife isn't at home, the friend that's come to visit is not coming in the house.
It's not coming in the house, right?
It's like, why is there no friendship with the couple?
And because now if we're talking about what the ultimate...
that's crazy.
Because if we talk about... This is a funny thing, where we're talking about community, like we love community, we look after each other, but then now all of a sudden it's like, no, with certain conditions, if your wife is not there, then I can't really do this or do that. But do you know what I mean?
There is an element of me that goes like, you know how like sometimes there's certain things in life you only get experienced by age. Some stuff you can be wise and know things early. Some stuff is just because of age, right? And so there are certain things where I'm like, yo, maybe every generation has thought this, and then people realize, hey, to be honest, once certain couples get too close, something funny happens. So, you know what I mean? Across different cultures as well. Let's be honest, right? And so it's like, so it's like, yo, maybe certain boundaries is what we do need, right? So it's like, there's no, like for me personally, I'm like, yeah, all right, cool. If my wife's away, but you know, you two come over, absolutely, let's all hang out.
I was not allowed.
No, because there's a friendship there, everyone's present, all that. Yeah, let's hang out. But it wouldn't make sense. Like, I don't know. Low key, I don't know where exactly I stand with this, but I'm like, let's say Carlos isn't home, my wife isn't coming either, and I just go hang out with his wife.
No. Of course, boundaries, which makes sense.
Exactly.
Like respecting ways. Like, of course, you're not gonna go in and then, chit chat for 2 hours. I get that. But I'm just even talking in terms of like you come in with your partner and then it's not like, all right, cool, let me chat to my homie on one-on-one. Yeah, you go. I'm talking about like if I'm coming, like she's my friend. That's friends. We're all gonna be there. We don't have that. That's what I'm saying.
Even to chop it up, 2 hours, Carlos is on his way, something is, you know what I'm saying?
It's still cool too.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
Yeah, like to be honest, I come home, my auntie was there, talking about this stuff.
I know there's a particular auntie that's really cool and really close to your family. It's like, I see your dad, like they're cool as well. They're close. I'm like, this is beautiful.
And then my mom comes, and then chit chat, everybody there.
But that's just assuming that Carlos and Noor's, was it Noor's wife and Carlos?
Noor's husband.
Oh, sorry. Noor and Carlos's wife, it's assuming that they, have that relationship where they can just comfortable. Yeah, they're comfortable to talk about stuff.
That's what we're
because a lot of the times
you have to create that in itself.
But if going back to like the Sudanese community or like just ethnic
why
families,
are you trying to talk about the Sudanese
ethnic
community?
families and stuff. A lot of the times, they don't have that comfortability to be able to talk about certain topics.
And that's what we're saying
so
is the problem.
Because
you never created that.
Because then something else can be the problem. Is that maybe things are hypersexualized. Maybe
but what you're doing right now is negating an argument because of another problem. Like you're not saying
because what you're doing is you're looking at the symptom instead of the cause.
No, cuz you're looking like you're saying that you can't have this because of this problem. I'm saying this problem should also be dealt with because this is good too.
But if you deal with the main root, then you deal with everything.
No, because you're not dealing with it. You're just avoiding it in your sense. You're saying we can't get close to each other because maybe things are hypersexual. Yeah. Deal with the hypersexualization so you can have this good thing. That's literally what
I'm just saying.
That's not what he said, bro.
That's literally what I'm saying. The root is hypersexualization. Also, this is mad, what's the word? Assumptions.
Yeah.
It could also extend to Western communities.
This is in general now. This is all in general,
no, that's exactly what I'm saying. That's the root in this example. Right, the hypersexualization. So we deal with that, and then from there, there's no point. Oh, guys, let's hang out together. That's what we need to fix. Hang out together, and then let's figure out this thing.
Okay, because what it sounded like you were saying is no, let's not even do this at all because of this.
That's what I thought as well.
And I'm saying no, that's what it sounded like, right? But it's like no, deal with this because this is good and this is better.
Absolutely, yeah.
Interesting.
What was What were you talking? What were you saying before?
No. It's just for me, just sort of, yeah. That's. I was just when I observe like us, and then I observe like the Sudanese community,
very different.
but I also observe other communities as well. I remember like when I got invited to like Ugandan Independence Day and this and this and that. I just see how other communities also interact, the man and the woman interact, and versus how we interact as well. Do you know what I mean? So I was like, okay, well that's so interesting. Like, why is it always like that? There's never a case. Everything's always separated. You know what I mean? The room is always separated. Everything basically. And then I was like, man, to be honest, I don't see us doing that when we, because now I feel like I don't view you. Yeah, but now I feel like I don't view you as a friend if that's what I'm doing.
Yeah, that is true.
That's basically what it is.
That's true.
It's my friend's partner.
And then now for me it becomes funny where it's like we're talking about community, but then now again it's almost like you're saying community with certain conditions. Community only if it's present. Community only if. Now it's like the question is that even real community?
Oh, well, okay. I mean, that's a whole nother conversation.
That's another, but
like, community is really like the backbone of it is family, and it's like that's the first thing that has to be sorted out, right?
Yeah.
And then everything else makes sense from there. It's like you'll like lay the foundations, and then you can build on everything else.
It's an exploration, bro.
So what else do you have to get off your chest?
I have nothing to get off my chest.
Get it off your.
I have
This is a safe space.
I have nothing to get off my chest.
As soon as I said that, you started smiling.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it.
Nipples got hard, bro.
So I said it's too sensitive of a conversation to have that I'm like, I actually don't even think I'm the right, conduit for my observations to pass through.
Because you're not Sudanese?
I don't know, potentially. That might be a part of it, but it's like, immediately it's going to come as an aggressor. As soon as you make any observations or anything about anyone else's, something that you're not a part of, because immediately you're an outsider commenting on something that is very internal, right? But it's like, I don't know, you see a lot of things, man. So it's very interesting. Why are you smiling at me like that?
Because I know you want to say, but
Impossible.
you don't want to.
Impossible. No, I'm good, bro.
Are you going to say that outside of the podcast? Are you going to say?
No, I'm like, I actually want to get like what did I say in the car? I was like, I wanted to do a research project with like
an anonymous thing.
With like a young Sudanese person or something like that, and actually like just create a space where someone's actually able to have a dialogue back and forth and talk unfiltered, non-judgmental as well. I hope people aren't thinking that man's on like smoke for South, but it's like, yo, I'm aligned with the community now, like through you and through friendship of like plus 10 years with different people, so it's like. You see a lot of kind of things. It's like it'll be interesting to converse with someone who's ready to have that conversation. But if not, Snapchat stories will be made of Daniel Osoji, bro, because in these communities the only one on Snapchat still, bro.
Say Amazol too.
What is it?
Say Amazol too.
Nah, I'm good on that. What's that?
Amazol too.
Azul?
Azol too.
What's that?
I'm a human too.
Oh, yeah, okay, sure.
That's your defense, bro, on Snapchat.
Yeah, man, but it's mad.
But yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying. Ultimately, like that's how they grew up, and that's what works for them. Ultimately, you're always gonna go with what works. If it's not broken, why fix it, right? Like in their perspective, it's not broken. This is working. There's clear. I think something for sure is that there's clear boundaries are set. That's something that's certain.
You know what would also, just in my mind, like thinking of it now, because I'm like for me, so I was related to like, let's say, Middle East, more Muslim community than, and I view that as a Christian Middle Eastern. But it's like, you can also be looked at very wrongly if you're the one trying to change those traditions. You know what I mean? It can look like your intentions are actually for wrong. So it's like, if you're like, oh, guys, we should all hang out more. Oh, we should all this. It's like, what are your intentions? But so you could have the purest intentions. So sometimes it's like, it's an uphill battle, not even with climbing.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
It's a bit sad, eh?
That's,
Yeah, that's true. They actually hit it. I know this one uncle, like, funniest guy in the world.
Best intentions, everything.
Bro, best intentions, yeah.
Change everything,
the guy was getting food, the ladies there, making jokes, all these guys are dying, talking about, oh, we should all do this. And then the guy comes back with his food. Now all his uncles feel away.
One joke too many, mate.
Bro, they're like, why don't you just get your food and come back?
You see the rest of us? That's what we
Yeah,
did.
that's what we did. Head down and everything, bro.
Oh.
That's what I was saying to Daniel. Hopefully our generation is the one that like comes in and changes
That's
it.
another observation.
Yeah, it's because
Get it off your chest, then. Get it off your chest.
I mean, because our parents still have a massive say in like how things, you know, weddings are run, celebrations are run. Like they're still there, kind of not controlling it, but like they have a big part in it. So until we kind of let them tell them to just stop and
God,
stuff.
you want to kill us?
Oh my gosh, not
bro,
kill.
that's so violent.
Tell them to just take the back seat. Tell them to take the back
The
seat.
vaccine.
Vaccine.
Did they fight that too?
Oh man.
What's wrong with
I
you?
mean, ultimately, we don't change it. We just create our own. You know what I mean?
Let them run theirs.
So, for example, there's already events that are happening on an annual basis, yeah? Right? It's now, but that event, it's their event, if that sort of makes sense, right? We can't come in and try to change the event that they've created,
course, yeah.
right? So, in that situation, it's like, all right, cool, this is your event. Clearly, it doesn't really align with some young people, right? So then now, instead, we can actually go off and create our own event rather than trying to change that, if that sort of makes sense. Our own event might be like a get-together, vibes, games night. That's our own event. Do you know what I mean? So it doesn't really, yeah. I mean, from what I've seen.
I'd rather take the henna party than do games night. So I'd rather do a henna party than do games night.
I think that's where it's like certain things are not worth getting rid of.
No, hold on, wait. She's just making content.
Let him. Huh?
He's making content.
What do you mean? Okay, see, wait. This is maybe where also the problem lies, right? Because there are some traditions where I've even seen it in a lot of like our generation where it's like they like that part of the tradition, right? And so they're picking and choosing. Like for me, there's certain things I don't like, but I'm like, there's also certain things that I'm like, oh, like this is nice. Imagine, you're about to get married, mom puts this together, she wants to celebrate you and all of that stuff. Like that's beautiful. And the event itself is beautiful, right? So it's like, I wouldn't want to get rid of that, but I want to get rid of everything else. And so now how do you draw the line and be like, oh, you need to get rid of all of this, but you know what? Let's keep this one. You can't.
But I feel like even not us. Are you talking about us? Wait.
I feel like you can. You just worked it out. Just keep this and get rid of all this.
No, but even then I wasn't able to.
Are you talking about like
Just-
the younger people or are you talking about the older?
Like the
Well,
younger
to be
folks.
honest, man, if I say this is like throwing shots at me.
Say it with chest.
Bro, it's actually throwing match.
Better you
Okay.
than me, bro.
It's not just us that's doing it, it's the older people that's also doing it, right? So for example, the henna,
Yeah.
right? What music are they playing?
Like traditional music.
Yeah, but what music are they playing? They're playing Arabic music, right? There's some henna parties where the people that's playing this music don't even know, they can't even speak the language.
So what culture you're
this is not even part of your culture in itself. Do you get what I mean? So imagine you're having an event and this sort of music is part of this culture, this part of this event, and you don't even understand it. Because that's not even where you know what I mean? This is not even you. So even not just us, the younger ones, even the older ones, they pick and choose what part of culture, even that's not even their culture. They adapt.
That's a good argument.
I don't know. I speak Arabic, so I know every song. I know every song that's being played.
Good argument.
But yeah, I don't know. It's
Lawyer,
still
bro.
one of those things.
No, but I get where you come from.
If you're gonna get rid of some, you have to get rid of all. Or if you're gonna keep some,
But
you
that's
keep
not
all.
true.
I mean, in this case, it is.
We
Imagine.
don't do that with anything in
That's very
life.
much
No,
not true.
okay,
'Cause,
guys.
all right, like, think about it. American pizza is not Italian pizza. But what's
Yeah,
pizza?
that's actually a very bad
Wait. I
I
statement.
would still like it as pizza.
Because now the history of humanity has
We're not
been
talking. I'm
That's
not talking
literally
about
adapting
everything in
and-
general. I'm talking about this in particular.
Yeah.
This cultural thing, right? If we're
does
talking
make
about,
sense.
so for Sudanese people,
Yeah.
Donnie?
if you come and sit down and you speak to them and you tell them, hey, I don't want to do dowry, but I want to do a traditional wedding, they're gonna spit in your face. Because in order to do traditional wedding, you have to
gotta
do
do
the
dowry.
dowry. So
That
that's what I'm
makes sense.
saying.
No.
There's certain
And
cultures.
when did they need to spit in my face?
That's not true.
That's literally true.
Because traditional wedding
The traditional wedding,
can
dowry
occur
is
off
used.
your own money.
Traditional wedding.
No, yeah, you're about to say it.
literally.
wait.
You're about to say
Hold
the
on.
dowry.
Uncle, don't worry about it. I'll pay for the wedding. How about that?
Wait,
And just like that, you can have
Just
a
show me where to go get the jalabias
You got
and this
me,
and that.
right?
but that's not how it works. You don't get your own stuff. Like you literally,
But you can.
But you
You
don't.
could.
You wouldn't know where to get it.
I do.
No,
literally
you just said you asked. You wouldn't know where to get
Okay,
it. You
alright.
don't get it yourself.
And then I'll Google.
Google's not going to provide
Where
you the
can I
answers.
get
Google
jalapeno?
provides literally everything.
Anyways, regardless, you put
Okay.
it together. They're not going to show up. Why would they show up? They had no part to
That's
play
true.
in it. They're not going to show
Okay,
up for
okay,
something
hold
because
up.
that's no.
All your
Because
friends wouldn't
even
show
you-
up
no,
if
no,
you
no,
threw
no.
it yourself right now. All your friends wouldn't
Bro,
show
you're
up.
not going to know what to do. You will literally, the younger generation know nothing about the culture. That's
gonna play
that's
Afrobeats.
for real. No, they will literally just
And
play
then that's
Afrobeats.
creating your own.
They don't know the dances. They don't know the cultural way. They don't know anything. That's why your parents are the ones who put it together. That's the head now, bro. I'm talking about that.
To be honest, that's true. Because otherwise, you wouldn't. Otherwise, you wouldn't even call it a traditional
It's
wedding.
not a traditional wedding.
Because now you're doing things that's
So
not
then
even
what's the
tradition.
point of doing that? It's, go start your own, literally, instead of trying to do that.
It's crazy, you know.
Anyways.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. I agree in terms of if you do want this to happen, it does come with things that you need to do beforehand.
Can I ask you a question?
Speak, sir.
When your kids get married, do you want them to do traditional stuff?
No, we're just going to do the white wedding. The white
That's
dress wedding, that's it.
You don't feel
I'm not
the
expecting them
desire-
to do anything
Forget
else.
expectation. What if they're like, Mom, I want to do
I feel like the
the
culture
Sudanese
part is fun.
aspect and I also want to incorporate the Nigerian aspect, but,
Happy to do it.
okay. What do you do in that?
I go to my parents and I say, Wagwan, what do we do?
Word.
How do we do it properly? Yeah. Because I don't know much about
And
it.
then
your parents say they have
first
to
things
spend
first,
dowry.
dowry, yeah.
Nah.
Then they said, what do you want? Then what do you
I'm
want?
the
Kid, I
parent.
will sort out this wedding for you, but we're not doing dowry. So you've literally just worked it out.
Wait, what do you mean?
Is that,
No. That's
or
different.
you're
Don't-
just
don't-
saying,
don't-
no,
don't-
okay,
don't.
they said dowry, we're not doing any of this.
Yeah, if they say dowry, like you have to do dowry, then we're not doing it.
So there's no traditional wedding then.
Like we're not doing anything. If in order to do the event, you have to do the dowry.
Yeah.
But that also comes down to if my child's partner wants to pay or not. If they want to
Damn.
pay dowry, go ahead, pay.
I'm so
Wait,
sorry.
What do you mean?
like,
Man, that
what?
not to my son-in-law. No,
he said I can't recommend that.
I can't do
What
that
if he's
to him.
Sudanese?
Keep your bread, son. I want you to look after my daughter, damn it. Like, bruv. And I'm sleeping on a futon, bro, in the first 2 years of marriage, bro. Because man, they wanted to have a
He's gonna be
traditional wedding.
successful, all right?
Crazy.
He's gonna be able to afford it all, so it's okay. Manifest it. But yeah,
You guys want a random question, bro?
Yeah.
It's got nothing to do with any of this. Maybe wrap it up and then ask the
No,
question.
just go for it.
the question.
We went in circles.
Bro. I heard it on another podcast. Would you rather $5 million right now?
Or 5 million loyal friends.
No. $5 million right now. Also, I feel like the listeners, especially audio listeners, are peased off right now because they were just getting into the heat of the conversation that we were just having.
Yeah.
And now man's
and then
asking
this
about
guy,
5 million.
I
And then
even
this-
shifted into the middle of the screen. How did I get there?
Bro, that's how serious you're getting. Bro, they in their car right now, bro.
they're like, I want to know
furious
more.
at this steering wheel.
What are you talking about random question?
Now we're asking them a random question. So, just to do them justice, anyone else got something that they got to let off their chest, bro?
I feel like it's you that you got
I'm good, bro.
I got now. I just had some questions.
No,
that,
do you have another one?
no, like that was basically the questions in terms of, because Mao was saying tradition, this, that. I was like, everyone picks and choose. Yeah, that's
Real quick, then I think this is a flaw from the conversation this is actually what I was alluding to last week when I said about 30-year-olds that are still being pressured by their parents. This is the foundation of that topic that I brought up last week. Well, I'm like, we're upholding so many different things, culture, whatever, and it's like there's actually no immediate like benefit from it all. It is kind of like that post that came up ages ago, where it's like tradition is just peer pressure from dead people, bro. Like we have to learn how to adapt. We have to learn. Like I think there's something important about only because of the way society's been constructed, there's something very important about celebrating the differences that we all like have and bring to this world. But when we really think about it, like culture is actually fake. You know what I'm saying?
I always say this, like dance is everything. It was just one. That was the coolest person in the tribe or whatever.
It's
That
all
everyone's like, oh, let's do that now.
literally, it's all fake. Like it's not conducive. There can be, I think, it's different when we talk about practices. Like within a certain area, okay, you're in a hot environment. You have to know that this is how we live in order to survive. Like there's things that you do, but
That's
because
survival.
like actually, when I was thinking about this, I remember I was like, oh, I want to see what this is like in the animal kingdom, where it's like, is there culture within the animal kingdom, right? Like as in amongst different like packs or something
I
like
like
that.
that, yeah,
So like lions in this place versus lions in this place, or birds in like I know that there can be traits and commonalities, but a lot of it comes back down, like we said, to survival as opposed to because culture is
I
just.
guarantee you. Sorry, like let's say someone in a really hot place in India and a really hot place in Africa and a really hot place in I don't know, Iraq, will have very similar
like just
survival tactics.
You get me? We
but
we
very
need to go get
different cultures.
But
Very similar survival. Like, oh, no, this is how we irrigate the thing. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. Exactly that.
Because there's only one way to do that.
Exactly that. So I'm like, survival and what it takes to be a human living on this planet Earth is very quote unquote baseline and similar across the similar regions, but culture is made up fully.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I know what's wrong with that though.
Like we get so fussed up about culture, and culture causes so many differences.
Culture is what we
Yes,
is what we have to separate us from the next person.
And that's
next
what
door.
I'm saying. We don't need the separation because that's not part of what.
It's not separation in a bad way though. When you actually look at culture, it's
pride.
It's about
pride of who you are.
Pride.
Yeah.
It's about embracing, you know, what you have within your people.
Yeah. But I'm saying that you have within your people is fake. Like it's made up, not your people, but us in general.
What you have is
like
not real.
What you have is made up. Like as a people,
but,
you know what I'm
think of
saying?
it like this.
Like it's not conducive. Sorry, it's not imperative to survival or to life, right?
It's also not super detrimental.
But
If it's detrimental, if it's done like. Some people take it too far.
Things apart.
Yeah, some people take it too far.
And that's what I'm saying, and that's what I see a lot more so, especially nowadays. Like it's a lot more divisive than it is inclusive.
Yeah.
But I would say,
not so much in these culture.
Yeah, just
culture as a
generally.
concept in general.
Because I was gonna say, culture, I feel like is what makes life enjoyable
Of
at the
course.
same time, right?
100%.
In a similar way to like sports teams. Right, like there's nothing
'Cause again,
inherently
sport is
different.
fake, bro.
It is fake, but that's what
credit,
brings
yeah,
so much-
yeah.
But that's what
Entertainment
brings so
to
much
people.
joy to people's
100,
lives, right?
100.
Like no one
course.
actually, is just addicted to the grass. No, it's because the way we've created
culture
memories
is-
on this
okay.
grass and these players
Alright.
and this colors that we wear when we run on the
Yeah.
grass and all this kind of stuff. It's like, okay, now that's why if I'm from Barcelona, but I love the city because of these guys.
Exactly.
Maybe culture is constructed always around something that is very basic, and culture also maybe helps people to put action and language towards a feeling. I'd say more so, right? So, sure. So, okay, it's very this is very normal animal kingdom, like mating and partnership and having committing your life to someone. So marriage is what I'm talking about right now. Within the animal kingdom, you can see that as well. Within humans, we have that. And it's like, okay, how do we celebrate this thing? This is what we're going to make up. Because that's how it starts, I'm sure, for sure. Someone said, yo, I need a wife, bruv. They got their wife. How am I going to celebrate having a wife? Hey, yo, big man, bring me this. Or, okay, let's start. Now we're going to always cut a goat's head off every time someone... It's not even you make the rule. You just decide, I'm cutting a goat's head off for trigger warning for the animal lovers.
That doesn't
And then
know.
your kids tell you, hey, what did you do at your wedding? Oh, we
get
cut
me?
a goat's head.
Your
Oh, no.
neighbor? Oh, yeah. Daniel got married across the road. He just married Marwa. They cut a goat. Yeah? Oh, go on as
Goats
well.
are expensive, so you should do that too.
And
Sure,
now
yeah.
we're all cutting off goat's heads.
But-
I'm so sorry to all animal lovers, but we're all cutting off goat's heads because someone got married. And now we've got a culture in our...
But when you
know what I
say
mean?
culture, like I want to know what that means. Are you including food under that as well?
I mean, that's part of your
It is
culture.
part
That's
of
an
it.
expression of your culture.
Right. So then now, if you basically
hard.
saying
Food
now
stuff.
culture is whatever, like it's fake, right? So that basically means everyone just comes together with no cultural food being brought to the table.
But it's not even cultural food. It's regional food. It's what you have in your area, right? Like when you really boil it down. We're not chefing up hella olives in Nigeria because we don't have olives. But in Lebanon, they're eating olives a lot in their food because there's olives there.
But
but
people
it's
also
still-
get
but it's
food
still-
imported in
No,
from
no,
other
but-
places
No,
as well.
but it
but
wouldn't
the
be
core,
cultural at
it's
that
not
point.
cultural. But the core of the culture of this is what the people that live here have constantly been eating is based on that's the region that it's, you know what I'm saying? That's a regional disposition. That's why it's there.
Yeah, I mean to an extent, but there's still an element
Nah,
of like
nigga.
that's no.
That's the answer, bro.
No, it's
No, but that is that because that's actually true. You just make use of
Wait,
what. That's
actually,
why we
no.
eat falafel. That's why we eat
Because-
falafel. You guys eat tamia because
Sure.
we have chickpeas. You guys have fava beans, full, whatever.
So do
It's
you
just
guys
based
not
on
have full
region.
as well though?
We do.
You
but
do, but you use it differently. So that's
But-
what we're
but
saying. Different places
I'm
have the
pretty
same
sure we
ingredients.
adopted that from Egypt or something.
I mean, but ultimately, different places have similar ingredients, but they use it differently to create different type of food as well.
Okay, but then
What's
go,
the argument
go
there?
further, like because this is all close regions. Go further apart, right? Go like, because I've been thinking about this one. I'm like, why do Europeans not use spices that much, right?
Okay.
It's because their dishes use a lot of herbs. Because that's what they get, right? So that's why you get the Italian dishes, basil, oregano, all this stuff, whatever. Because that's actually what grows there, right? And then that's why whenever I'm like, people, will come and be like, oh, where's the spices on like an Italian thing? I'm like, well, you're tapped, bro. That's not part of the cuisine, right? What you want, madras powder in the pasta? You know what I mean? So, but then it's like you go India and it's like there are herbs and stuff, but it's a lot more spices, right? Because that's just what's there. So I guess there is an element of like, we kind of just use what we have in this region, right? That's even why certain places, even in a country, it would be like. In Iraq, like you got the south, that's where everyone eats a lot of fish because it's on the water. Up, you go further north, it's all lamb and that kind of thing because it's all mountains. It's like,
and this is why culture is a lot more divisive nowadays because we have such a globally connected world where the core reasons of why certain things have been done a certain way, it's been conflated with other things now. We have now just it's almost like you can say that within like a church, right? Where you have, how do I say this properly?
$5 million.
Well, you have doctrine, right? Which one's the good
Dogma.
one?
Doctrine.
Yeah, dogma. What's dogma? Dogma's like the core belief,
like
right?
unchangeable stuff.
Yeah. So you have, would I say you have doctrine and you have tradition, or you have dogma and you have doctrine? Do you get?
There's the other one as well.
Yeah, there's what's the wrong one?
It's not wrong. It's like it's interchangeable.
Yeah, the one where we make it up as we go.
Decisions.
It doesn't hit the same, bro.
I'll find it.
But anyways, right? Like, okay, in religions, you will have the central
discipline.
Discipline?
Yeah, it's the discipline. It's our outworking of these things.
All right, yeah, we'll go with that. So you have the dogma or doctrine, and then you have discipline doesn't hit.
It's dogma, doctrine, and discipline.
Okay,
3 different things.
I wanted 2. There's one where there's 2.
Just take the extreme, dogma and discipline.
Calm.
I guess I wanted.
Anyways, there's one where it's like this is at the core of this thing, and there's one where it's like, okay, and this is how we have decided. You end up with your different denominations now.
Right.
Whereas
At my church, we use drums.
you get me, and at my church, nah, we don't do that whole.
And no one's
thing.
right or wrong. But
You know what I'm saying?
if we don't agree on the same cause, one of us is not real here.
It's okay. Now I lost what I was gonna say. But essentially, it's like you start off with something. Okay, yeah, while I was saying that culture is sometimes quite divisive nowadays. Because, we lose the core reason of why something was done a certain way. And over years, generations just continue to make up things as they go. And now you end up with something that is actually a lot less community and, village, selfless focused. And is more like, this is what I needed to attenuate or change along the way because it served me as an individual. And now you end up with like, crazy things with a dowry as opposed to initially potentially it was a thing for a blessing. It was a thing of a sign of respect, but it's like, no, now it's a come up.
Well,
you get what I'm saying?
It depends.
That's what happens when you take it out of its
Out of
origin.
Exactly,
context.
and that's what I'm
That's-
saying.
When you take it out of
That's
its
literally
origin,
what I'm saying.
yeah.
That's exactly what I just said.
Yeah.
Where like the context of a lot of things in culture in general is missing, and that's where we have it a lot more
getting
divisive
abused
now and
even,
abused because it's humans at the end of the day. We're gonna mistreat these things. You know what I'm saying?
I think it's because when people kind of move away from the society to a different society where they still try to uphold culture, it doesn't really make sense to try to uphold culture in the new society in which you live in with the original context because now the currency changes. Do you know what I mean? So, as it started off with just giving a cow or 2, now I can't give you a cow, right? So then now I'm giving you money for exchange of a cow. Now 1 cow is $300.
Who told you that?
Yeah, that's the thing.
Calculation.
Yeah, that's the
Bro.
thing. That's the thing. I don't know where the
You know what's the
I
crazy
don't-
part?
They selling cows on Temu?
like who went like did someone go on Google and search how much is a cow?
Bro, and this is the
now they
problem.
put
They're
it on the
using
paper.
Australia Google to search up the price of a cow, and our cows are fat, not the skinny ones in Africa, bro.
Stop.
So you're actually at a loss, bro.
Also, that's also that's a fair point.
Hey, to be honest,
That's a strong.
I feel like, bro, this is the thing. There's some stuff we never question. Like, who said?
Who told you we're not questioning it?
Who said? Who said it's $300 for the cow?
300. That's a sale.
That's bro. I thought it was $1,500 for a cow.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Damn, you get ripped
that's
off
actually,
in the rough, bro.
oh snap.
No, I was gonna say, why are cows back home so skinny, bro?
They're not eating good, bro.
You know, you can see the ribs on a cow.
Bro, that's not meant to happen. Cows are meant to
Why
be
are
the
you eating
fat.
sand, bro?
Bro,
'Cause the
when
cows
was the
that
last time you saw a cow here with like even the horns? Like we don't even see male like bulls here.
Because if
Bro, you guys, we
Who's
don't.
reproducing? You know how old I was when I found out cows are only female?
Yeah.
24.
I just spat all over my mic.
Ew.
Crazy, dog.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because my Google is giving a different
Australia
price.
cow, bro. The fat Australia cow.
You
That's what
know?
you're getting.
You know, so if you know what I wanted to do, I don't know how much cows are. I don't know, but let's just say that they're saying it's 1,500. But let's say I could get a cow for 300.
Yeah.
Like, hey,
Price match.
no price match. I'll give you guys a cow.
Buy the cow.
I'll give you that.
That's what it is.
Yeah. Now what?
Now
Uphold
what?
the culture,
Yeah.
boy.
No. Take the cows, bro.
Look,
Take
I'm
it.
looking at the price of cows.
Yeah, what you saying? Like
In
500?
Australia, beef cows are between 2,500 and 3,000 and are bred
that's-
for
that's-
meat.
Yeah, see, there you go.
That's not the same
A
cow.
dairy cow is between 900 and 3,000.
Yep.
It's vast. How much is a calf?
Bro, I'm have to start giving these guys lambs, bro.
Damn,
that's,
bro.
That's more
Bit
expensive.
of
eh?
mutton.
So 3,000, huh?
Yeah, bro.
So it's in South Africa. What's this one?
I forgot. What is it?
Well, their currencies.
Rands.
30,000
rands.
rands,
Yeah.
and that is $2,000 in Australia.
Okay, I found
So
the
that's-
price of a cow in South Sudan.
Give it to us. What is
You
it?
guys use pounds, yeah?
How many South Sudanese pounds is it? Yeah.
Between 40 and 60,000. So that's between $300 and $460.
per cow?
Yeah. So you
Oh,
are
so yeah, they're correct.
Inflation,
So
bro.
that shit, yeah.
Inflation,
Per
cuz.
cow.
So $300.
Yeah, do that before the recession, bro. It was different. It's more expensive.
I
actually.
do want to sit down and like understand the maths behind it. Like what is the
Bro, and
starting
bro,
price,
bro.
and then what do we add or divide?
Because they
like,
can do the maths
subtract.
quick, bro, as well. Like, this is the one time that man, them are quick with it. Mental maths is
Yeah, yeah.
active, bro.
Okay, but I feel
Crazy.
that's a skill of like that generation. 'Cause I remember being around my uncle one time when he was counting cash, bro.
Like, little baby. Bro, little baby. You seen the little baby video?
And then he finds us without skipping a beat.
Hey. And he catches the mistake. You know, they stop the song.
Go,
Oh, wait,
go.
hold on. Like, how did you see that?
But I feel like they're all good with money, bro.
Oh, it's crazy.
They're elite.
Gosh,
I guess they're good at counting the dowry.
that's
Yeah,
it.
bro. Speaking of money, $5 million.
Yeah, I was wondering.
Oh,
What
yeah,
this
the
was.
random
$5
question.
million up front right now. Yeah? Everybody heard me say that? So $5 million right now, or $1 per step that you take
Forever.
for a year.
For a year.
So $5 million right now, or $1 per step that you take for a year. So at the end of it won't be at the end of the year. It'll be like, let's say you get a daily reflection of that in your bank account.
Hey, I'm taking the
I'm
5
taking
million.
the 5 million.
Yeah.
The same man.
I take
10,000 steps a day.
I even did 12,000 steps a day.
Oh.
So you
And,
got
no.
it adds up to be about like 13.6 thousand steps you have to do here. But you can go on runs. You can all
a
these
day,
kind of things.
but that's every day.
Okay, but not gonna lie, yeah. Imagine I'm getting paid to get fit now. Two
That's-
birds, one stone.
that's-
I think I might take the steps. I might be one of those people with just chafed legs, bro. Bare movement all the
But
time.
them calves though,
Calves?
yeah, at the end of the year,
So 13,000 steps.
yeah, I'll do the number for you right
day.
now. It's 13.7 thousand steps a day.
Oh, yeah, I can do that, I reckon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just because of that element of like I'm getting fit.
I think so.
And I'm gonna get money.
That's my motivation. Because also imagine like just on a daily, 10K today. 10K today.
Because that's what it is. You get paid daily. How many steps you did, you get the reflection in your bank account that day.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah.
And wait, and the 5 million was at the start or the end?
$5 million was upfront.
I love when we do this and he just starts making
No.
Because why would you get at the end?
5
at the
million
end
was
of what?
upfront.
Bro, give me that 5 million, bro. I'll go for my run when I feel like it.
I reckon I've become a bit lazy.
Nah, because in my mind, I'm like, the 5 million up front, but put that in the bank. Looking good.
And what do you call it?
Interest and all that.
interest.
End up with about
Nah, give
5
me-
million and
I'm-
$24 at the end of the day.
But at the same time, if you do really go ahead and kill it,
Wow,
you can kind of control how much.
You're fully
That's
in
the
control of how much you actually
now-
end up earning.
just imagine you did 20,000 steps a day.
Yeah, that's yeah.
That's 20K
$20
in
million,
the
yeah.
cash, in the account.
Is it? It's 20 million?
No.
How much you say?
Wait,
Cash?
did you
You
say
guys need to get an
20,000?
uncle to do that maths for you, bro. What did you guys
Wait,
just say?
20,000
Wait, you said
a
if
day?
you do 12,000 steps, you get $12,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
20,000 steps a day would
$1?
give you 7.3 million.
Yeah, you
That's a lot
said
of
20
stepping.
million.
That's a lot. No,
I said 20.
He
He said 20 million.
Yeah, okay,
Don't be
yeah,
silly,
yeah.
bro.
Yeah. So yeah, what? $20,000 times 365.
7.3
mil. Yeah.
All right, cool. But a day, 20,000 a day.
I think I'm still leaning towards the daily, just because I know that will get me in shape too.
And there's probably days where you do more, way more. So.
Yeah, you on
Some
whole,
days
you on a
we
whole
do
day,
none.
35K.
All right, and then now you're sick with spicy.
Yeah, and then the whole day made up for it.
Huh?
The whole day made up for the
Yeah.
steps.
But I mean, I'm saying you're sick
You're not capitalizing.
and you can't do it. You're like literally debilitated for 4 days. You've just missed out on
Do I have a watch on?
52,000 steps. Yeah, you have a watch. You can track
Oh,
your steps.
so-
You know exactly how
So I
much
can do one of
money you're
those.
getting at the end of that day.
Okay.
Yeah, bro. Would it change?
Can you imagine your friend calls you, like, hey, bro, let's go on a holiday, let's do this. Yeah, bro, just give me 2 days, yeah?
Just get my
Just give me 2 days.
Wait. You're trying to pay for something at the store, card decline. 1 minute.
Come back, yeah.
Bro.
Say it louder. Say it louder.
I know, yeah. I was going to say, would it change if it's your steps and the steps of the least unfit person you know?
And so then
Sorry, the
minus
most unfit person that you know.
Wait, what do you mean? What's
Like,
that?
like as in 5 million up front
Yeah.
or your steps plus the steps of the most unfit person that you know.
and then you have to,
You have to
split
share,
it in
yeah.
half.
You have to split it in half.
Ah.
So you're gonna get less than 5 million, anyways.
Damn.
Because now I have to work on behalf of them as well.
Okay, so now I have to change the 5 million number.
And then whatever you
I have to
make.
change the 5 million number
Yeah.
to like
Like
3.5.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Wait, what?
3.5, sure.
No, yeah, I have to change the 5 million to like 3.5.
Because you said
Oh,
we
the
have
one you
to,
get
I have to, I have
upfront.
to, I have
The
to
one that
split
you
the
get
money
up
with
front,
them.
yeah. So the one you get up front is 3.5, but the
mean-
one that you do with the person is obviously however much you and the most unfit person that you know.
I'm gonna
Bro.
lie. That's 3.5's looking more tasty than that one.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
Bro, can you imagine give them a call? So how many steps? 25. What do you mean, bro?
Yeah.
Wait,
1,000? No. 25.
Like, yeah, from bed to the fridge to the living room to the fridge to bed.
Yes.
Crazy, bro.
Because you said the most unfit person
That you know.
I'm
That, no,
assuming,
not like that you know in the
But I feel
internet.
like the
What
most-
that you know in
My
your
600-pound life or whatever.
not those kind of
Yeah.
people. Like someone that you know in your
In your
life.
life.
You know what I'm saying?
surely 1,000 steps a day. I don't know.
1,000 steps a day is relax. 1,000 steps a day is 365,000 for the year. So you actually didn't scrape anything.
Yeah, I know.
You're ending up with less than 3.5. Yeah, at the end of that.
I'm doing crazy OT, bro.
Bro, every
Unless my
business
job is running, then
Yeah.
That's when you get one of them.
Things
Desk?
underneath the
Yeah,
desk.
treadmill.
Yeah.
For sure.
bro, I'm working from home doing that the whole time, bro.
Oh man, good crazy. But like,
If I have to split the money, yeah, bro.
it must be like so crazy when you think about it. That's like, yeah, you're talking about 10,000, 15,000 steps a day, or whatever, and that means you're getting $15,000 in your bank account, equaling 105,000 at the end of the week, right?
Mm.
Like this is what athletes get slapped
Yeah.
into their bank account, bro, for literally running around as well.
Yeah.
105,000 plus per week slapped into their account. It doesn't even make sense.
It's crazy when they break it down. They'll be like, in a year,
Yeah, in a second.
in a month.
Makes zero sense.
I looked at it, I stared at the person for like 60 seconds. I'm like, 200,000.
By the time you finish reading that, it's made your annual salary.
That is wild. That's like that whole Bill Gates thing. Oh, like back in the day, it's like it's not worth. If he drops $100, it's not worth it.
picking
It's
it
time
up.
Picking it up. It's
Yeah.
like what the heck, bro. But hey, man, those ones are cool because like you worked for it, bro. You
Yeah,
earned
for
that.
sure.
What were you saying today
Especially
about
the
like
athletes.
the life of an athlete? Oh, sorry, not today, but you said in a thing like the life of an athlete.
I don't know if you guys want to get into it, but I don't know if you guys saw the Dele Ali interview. He's a British footballer. He's just had like a crazy drop off in the last 18 months. Like went from like one of the highest, potentials in the country and all this kind of stuff to like everyone's like, yo, what the heck's wrong with this guy essentially? But yeah, he had like a sit down interview with this legendary footballer, and he was like talking about a whole bunch of stuff, and he was like fully talking about how like when he was very young, he was like assaulted like sexually by, I think it was a family member or something, and then at 9 or 10 he started using and selling drugs, and then 11 he was like hung over a bridge by somebody.
Yep.
Like just a really hectic lifestyle. And I was like, it's crazy, like all the feedback that we give athletes, and then it's like we actually don't know really what these guys are going through as well, or just celebrities in general.
Yeah.
I mean, everyday people as well, but like them,
figures.
it's another level, you know? Because it was same thing with another footballer a couple months ago, and then he was talking about like how since he was a child, his mom has had like crippling depression, and so it's like he's had to do everything himself. And then it's like, but when they go crap in terms of the sport, it's like no one's actually like concerned about them. It's just like, yo, this guy sucks now. Let's hate on him, all this kind of stuff.
Yeah, as an athlete, it's tough.
It's tough, man. It's tough. Like it made me go like, okay, like the mental toughness required to actually be in these positions, like that, I get. Like it would almost be like, yo, I get even why the salary is not required if I'm gonna put up with all this.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean?
Has to make sense.
That's not easy, bro. Imagine after every game, and you're talking like the biggest names and the biggest sports, like what? At least 60 million people every week are critiquing you. Like, bro, give me $1 for every person.
There's this NBA All-Star. His name's Andre Drummond. Was making crazy money. Like, he was like an all-star kind of player. 100, I think one of his contracts was like 100 and something million for like 4 years or something like that. Now he's making a minimum contract. So in the NBA, what they call the minimum contract is like 3.5 million for the year. So he went from 100 million to 3.5.
Wow.
Within a span. Yeah, because he was coaching. He still plays in the NBA, but he was coaching like these kids. And then I think they were sort of mucking around, trying to dunk and miss and whatever it is. And it's kind of like, yo, you got to put in that work. I went from 100 million to a minimum contract player, 3.5 million. I was like, damn. Like, that lifestyle changes like crazy as well. Like, how, you know.
Is it because he did something or he just went?
Like,
just after
he just fell off. But I think also the game kind of changed, you know what I mean? The game kind of changed to like, because he's a center. He's a big guy, whatever. So, you know, he was just doing a lot of dunking and so on, which was good, of course. But now the centers, now the NBA, the coaches are looking for centers that can shoot.
Agile, bro.
Yeah, it's like, bro, what do you mean? Like,
Crazy.
they want this 7-foot guy to shoot the three. That's why they're sort of looking for where he came from an era where they don't shoot the three
body,
or they don't shoot mid-range. They actually dunk. That's all they do. So now that they're not looking for that, now teams don't value his skill set as much, right? So then he ended up going to like a minimum contract player, which is crazy. Yeah, there's actually a lot of those stories.
Measly 3.5 million. But that is a crazy drop off though. Like especially because I'm like, whenever I hear these guys like 100 million salary, it's like there's at least 15 to 20 that you're paying other people with.
Of course.
You know what I mean? So I imagine your lifestyle just drops like that.
Yeah, imagine your night dropped to 3 million. Then now people basically have full-time jobs based off your own salary.
Yeah.
Redundancy.
Which is crazy.
Which because I know it's also like I get why a lot of these athletes like will go. To be honest, I'm done with this. I'm just gonna go play in China if it's basketball, or I'm gonna go play in the Middle East or Japan if it's football. Like it's like I'm gonna be treated amazing there, no matter how bad I play. I'm gonna look great as well. Again, you know what I mean? And then I'm gonna get the money. It's like that's not a bad shout.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, it's just crazy. Yeah, man. Laughing about athlete, bro.
How happy do you think you guys are? Like on a scale of 1 to 10, how happy are you guys right now?
What's happy?
I don't know. Tell me. Just with life in general, how happy are you with life?
It's a very interesting question that you're asking because obviously happy / content being different things. I'm not trying to drag it, but you have to specify.
Do you feel happy right now?
I feel great, genuinely, yeah.
Yeah, Marwa?
That's not happy.
What?
Happy and great are not the same thing. Are you happy?
Yeah, but like I'm great because I'm happy, bro. What are you doing? What are you doing, bro?
There's people that want you to be like they want you to go. I'm depressed.
Yeah, like what are you doing, bro?
No. I'm just making sure you understood. Okay, so you're happy.
Yeah, no. When I saw this message, I actually sat down with myself very seriously. So I am, bro.
Yeah.
This is sounding like, but I'm happy.
Yeah.
I heard this on another podcast. This conversation. So I just wanted to see like, yo, where you guys at with like. On an average day, how happy are you?
Pretty happy, I reckon.
Out of 10.
On a just a regular
Are
day.
you a 6?
Like
are
I'm
you a 9?
probably a 7.
Okay.
Yep. On just a
That's
regular
nice.
day without doing anything.
Yeah.
Like I'm a 7.
Yep.
Gonna wake
Yeah.
up. And
Yeah,
this is
like-
just a day.
Grateful. 7. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. It was funny.
He said, "Must be nice."
Nah, on average, I think I average a good 7 to 8 is my average. There's days where I know these days always a 9 or 10. Like that's just I just know that day, and then I know that this day is tiring.
Yeah,
and it's a lot of like it's not every day. It's not exciting.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? So that day,
Do you want every day to be exciting? Like, would you rather have an average happiness of 9?
I'm okay with it because I know.
What do you mean by average happiness of 9? So like
Some
some
days-
days it's
every
9,
day's a
some days
9?
it's 0, but it's average 9.
No,
That's 4.5.
Or like,
Yeah, wait, what?
like every day is 9s. Is that what you like? Do you want to become more happy in life?
I think the stuff that sort of drops it down a little bit is stuff that's required. I don't know if that sort of makes sense.
Like
in the
work
mirror.
and all that.
He's slapping.
Okay, so let's say with the podcast, like
Damn.
no.
It's required?
like there might be an area that's like, all right, like we have to do this. Like that might not be probably this is probably the funnest part, right? Which is having a conversation,
Yo.
right? But let's say the part where it's a 5 out of 10 might be like organizing an event where you're like, oh man, there's so much to consider, a lot of fun. You're sitting there for like hours and doing like that might not be as fun for some people because some people actually want to be more active, right? So it's not always gonna be what I'm trying to say is like with podcasts, you're not gonna have every single area that's a 10 out of 10. There's gonna be areas that's gonna be a 5 out of 10.
Why can't it be?
That's just the reality of life. You know what I mean? Like, there's always going to be with business as well. You're going to always have to do paperwork where you're like far out. Now, I hate the finance side of things, but you have to do it, right? But then you actually doing the actual business is actually fun as heck. You know what I mean? So then where like Mondays is like administration work, that's like you have to do is like, that's like a 6 out of 10. But then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays, you're doing client work. Now that's what makes it a 10 out of 10.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Unless you get people to actually do those things where you're like that you're not really trying to do, then I guess that's how you probably average a 10 out of 10. Who knows? Yeah.
What
Are you happy?
I'm alright. I was just trying to see like
Damn.
where's like as in do we want to be happier in life?
We need to ask a little bit more questions. We need to dig deeper over there.
I'm good.
Yeah, you need to dig deeper.
You're saying like, do we
Like,
should
does
we-
that thought ever cross your mind? Like, I want to be happier in life.
Oh, no, never.
I don't
crossed
think
my
so
mind.
because again, I'm getting very semantic with it.
Yeah.
No,
Not
be
cement.
cement.
Yeah.
Anti-cement.
Not semantic. Well, I'm getting very semantic with it, where it's like I don't chase happiness, right? It's because this is very corny now, but like I've always had the mindset of like, let me operate from a content position, right?
Yep.
Where it's like not content in the fact that like, no, I don't need anything more, or no, I don't need to strive for anything more, but content in the fact that like baseline, very, very grateful for the life that God has allowed me to live, the people that are in my life, and where I know I'm going to.
Okay.
And it's like, it means that contentment means that because I'm very grateful for where I'm also going to, then I'm still also striving for that. It's not like I don't actually want anything else now. It's like, no, I'm actually content with the full continual picture of this thing. So like happiness is not something that I cross my mind to like
Strive for.
chase, because I know that's fleeting. If you get what I mean, like that honestly can move. Like my happiness can go from 10 to 0, not because of bipolar, but because in a moment you've
Things
gotten
can
very
happen.
tragic news, or in a moment this thing hasn't gone the way you've wanted it to go. So like you actually can't chase
Happiness.
the
want joy.
Like that's the thing. Like I've always I think it's probably
Separate the
just
two.
in my mind, or because of faith in that. Like I've constantly always had happiness and joy be separate things. That's how it's been taught to me as well, and that's how I've seen it expressed. Where it's like joy is meant to be like you actually can't. It can't be dependent on the situation
Joy
around
is a
you.
state of mind. And
Exactly.
happiness is a feeling.
Yes, pretty much. So it's like, joy literally rests within. Happiness is rests within emotion, as opposed to like joy in faith being something that's meant to rest within your soul, kind of thing, So like it never crossed my mind to be like, let me chase some of that happiness, because you can't,
Yeah, right.
But something that you can continue to strive to achieve is your joy, your contentment. Contentness.
If you chase happiness, you're gonna be running circles.
Yeah, man, chasing the
It's
weed,
like,
bro.
you know, because if money makes you happy, you just gotta continue running, try to get more money,
Yeah,
money.
because you got to get them steps up, boy.
That's it.
But yeah, so I don't know. It's an interesting one, man.
So does it mean that you're not happy if you're thinking of becoming more happier?
I see what you're saying.
I think so, yeah.
Or is it just like, what does that mean? Or
That's
just
just
means
critical. That's like
You're just
being rich
asking.
and thinking I want to make better investments. Like, you just
That's like me.
But then
On an average day, I'm a 7.
You can get
Doesn't
richer.
mean I'm not happy. Like a 7 is pretty good, but I'm like,
Yeah.
I
No,
wish,
I'm-
most days is a 10. But it doesn't
Okay.
mean I'm not happy at a 7. I'm pretty happy at a 7. Like,
But-
I'm content at
No.
a 7.
I don't know.
No, that's fair. I'm not
No.
as happy as I could be. That's like, okay.
Okay.
You ever heard a girl like be like, oh, I'm so fat, but it's like she's not fat, but she's just not in the. You know what I mean?
Nope.
You ever see that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
but then
yeah,
that girl
yeah,
also does want to change that though as well.
Yeah, but I'm not talking about happiness here. Sorry.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
But it's like she's not dumb away or anything like that. But it's just like she also feels like she could be in a better shape. Like two things can be true.
Yeah, but you're saying she's not in a bad way. She thinks she is.
But like as in
which is-
she's I'm so fat. That one.
Nah, she's clean or serious. Nah,
That one.
nah. She's clean or serious.
anorexia.
That's
I
how
get
she's
what
doing
you
it.
mean. I get what you
Nah. If she's doing that, she's not serious. She's
but
not
what you
serious.
said of the
This is
happiness
serious.
thing, if it's like
I'm not sad though.
Yeah, but are you
because
happy?
you're not sad.
Wait,
Wait, okay, so
Hold
you
on.
saying
So
you're
you
happy, that means you're a 10 all the time.
exactly.
No, because happy doesn't equal to the 10 for me.
Yeah, happy could be like a 7. I don't
Yeah,
know.
like the 10 is always a 10 because of the contentment and joy, right? It's not happiness that changes that 10, is what I'm saying, right? So when I'm saying, Ma was saying that I'm like on a day where I'm happy, I'm a 7, but I could be a 10. Then you're not actually happy with the 7 because like you can tell yourself.
I'm saying that's my average
Yeah,
day.
but you can tell yourself you're content with the 7. But it's like if you're saying that,
I
no, but
could
I could be a 10 and I actually would like to be, then you actually don't want to be a 7. You want to be a 10.
No, because I understand that not every day is going to be a 10. What I'm saying is, on an average day, when there's nothing exciting happening, there's nothing like, but you don't wake up every day and you're like, yeah, I'm a 10.
Yeah.
Today I'm a 10.
No, okay.
I have work
yeah,
today,
because-
I'm a 10.
No, but that's
I'm
true,
stuck in
that's true.
traffic,
No,
I'm
we're
a 10.
talking about
Because if
it
we've
doesn't
agreed
happen.
that this is based
No, we're
on
not.
emotion,
Yeah,
then
so
it's like
that's
different
yeah.
things will draw different emotions. So she's saying emotionally, her happiness is a 7 out of 10. So let's say that's a normal day. An 8 would be, I got to hang out with my boyfriend and we had great dinner as well. All right?
Okay.
Fiance.
Yeah.
All right? That's an 8. So it's a little bit more happy. All right? And then a 10 is, I secured tickets to this concert that I love so much, blah, blah, blah,
Yeah.
all this kind of stuff.
Which is, yeah.
Like,
And that's why I'm saying you
that doesn't
can't
mean
be
she
con-
wants that for every single day.
No,
but
but
she
you
would-
wouldn't mind it.
But but also,
she's also
I don't need
content
it.
with,
Yeah,
yo.
I don't need it to be a 10 every single day.
Because now we're talking about different things.
We're actually not. We're
No,
not.
because
This guy keeps throwing his
Yeah, I
opinion,
know.
and then when you answer,
Exactly.
you
You're
know,
online with me, yeah?
Yeah.
We're online. Thank you.
So
We're
the question
locked in.
again, the
Bullshit
question,
online,
if
bro.
you, the question is
Disconnect.
Because you have to know, because you guys have moved away from the original question.
Yeah, because the
What's the
question.
original question?
So
Carlos?
like, if you're thinking of becoming happier, are you happy right
In the
now?
first
then?
place, yeah.
Yeah, because you're already thinking of.
I am
want to
happy.
be
I'm not
happier.
sad.
So
I'm
what
not,
do you want to be
I'm not-
happier then?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Wait,
Like, if
but
you're...
that's not me saying I'm not happy. Do you get what I mean? We're talking about a scale, guys.
Yeah,
We're talking
yeah,
about a scale.
because
We're on a
because
scale.
No.
Do it for the
No,
opposite.
we're on a scale.
Do it for
We're
the
actually
opposite
on a
right now.
scale.
Sadness.
Stop.
You can be sad,
Stop.
and then someone could tell you something.
Stop.
You could be like, "Oh, I could be
I'm
sad."
I'm depressed or
This is
something
what it
like
is.
that.
It's a
You're
fraction.
so wrong.
It's a
No, it's
scale.
not.
It's a scale.
Exactly, it's a fraction,
Okay,
bro.
Exactly. So you're not the fullness of the thing. If it's
Yeah,
a fraction,
no,
you're not the
it's definitely-
fullness of
you're
the thing, bro.
Yeah, okay,
if it's
that-
7 out of 10, it's not whole, bruv. So you're not happy. You're not completeness
No,
of happy
okay,
yet.
okay, no,
You're
no,
a fraction of happy.
All
You're
right,
on the
let's
way to
talk about
happy,
it.
bro.
No. Okay.
That's what that means.
Carlos was talking about friendship before, and he was talking
Button
about
the
reaching.
question, run it back.
And he was talking about the peak. This is what we're talking about. There's a peak happiness. If you're talking about, he said, I got tickets today. I'm at my peak happiness. I'm not saying I need to be at my peak
Listen to what
happiness
Carlos
every day
has said.
to be
Carlos
happy.
has said.
I said, are you happy? I know.
Yeah,
He said,
so you're not
are you
actually happy.
if
You're.
I'm happy
No, not
if I'm
you.
at
No
a
one's
10.
talking
No,
about you.
I know. But we are talking about me.
In this
because you're
exact
saying,
context.
because I'm saying that I'm at a 7, and then you're telling me, okay, if you want to be at a 10, does that mean I'm actually really happy at a 7?
No. I'm not even putting any numbers
Thank you.
into
It's
it.
no
I just
numbers
asked you a
to it
question.
yet.
I said,
Bro,
if you're asking
No, but if it's a
yourself,
scale, then
No, that's what I'm saying. saying. It's not even a scale.
But that's
It's a
how we
fraction.
started
It's actually
off.
more of a
We started
fraction.
off
Yeah.
with
Scale
scale.
7 out of 10 is the same thing as putting it into a pie or of a fraction, right? It's a fraction of the fullness of something,
Hey,
right?
but the pie
So
still tastes good even if it's half of it. Yeah.
But you
Is that
wish
not
you had
true?
more. I don't know.
But it still tastes
Carlos, our
good.
question was, if you're a 7 out of 10, you're like, I could be happier. Are you actually the word of happy?
Happy right
yet?
now.
And that's why we're saying, hold on.
No, that's
And
why I'm saying it's a
you
scale
say-
because then your 10 would say I'm
no,
elated.
it's not even that. And that's, now
It's
you've
a
added another number, bro.
No, because you're being dumb, bro. Because this is literally when they tell you strongly disagree, strongly agree. You can still disagree. It doesn't mean I strongly disagree.
No, because now
I
when
still
you
disagree.
think about it, what we're actually
I
saying,
somewhat
what this brings
agree.
it down to, is you actually can't attain happiness, is what we're saying ultimately, right? When you think about it, because if you're saying this is what you call it, I'm 7 out of 10 on this day.
Yeah.
You can't reach that fullness of this what happy is, because it's not a real thing at the end of the day. Happy, like, bro. Bro.
It is a real thing, though.
Oh, Jesus Lord.
What do you mean it's not a real
If
thing?
I'm on holiday right now,
Yeah, literally.
sun's out, I'm not worrying about work or anything.
All right.
I'm at a 10. I'm super happy. So what are you saying? That you can't be happy? You can't complete it fully.
Yeah, sorry, I can't do it. I don't know how to do it anymore. Like, I don't know how to get my words back
No,
to
no,
my original
I
argument.
get- I
Yeah.
get- no.
I understand what you're saying.
I
That
get
it's
what
like,
you're saying.
what would be the 10? Who knows what the 10 could be?
Exactly.
Because it's endless and infinite.
Of
And that's
course.
why it's like the question is actually slightly rhetorical in what he's asked. It's not like there's no actual, like, there's not a proper definite answer to that question.
And it's subjective to each person. You know what happy is to you. You know what happy is to you. So I can be at a 10 because I know what a 10 feels like to me.
Yeah, so if you know what a 10 feels like to you,
Yeah.
right, but then you're at a 7, right, are you happy?
Well, back to this. I mean, my explanation's still the same to the question. So
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Yeah, no, like, can you answer that?
It's yes. I already
Yeah,
said
bro, the
yes.
answer's
What do you want me to
yes.
say? I already said yes. It's the
Two
same
things
answer.
can be true. Yeah, like, obviously this is not the most elite experience in the world ever. But like, yeah, I'm good, man. I'm happy. This is great.
But it's not it's not happy by your own definition of 10 out of 10 fullness of happy. If you get what I mean. Like, that's not happy.
Okay, so what is it then?
in its whole- in
I'm
its
at a
fullness.
7. What is it then? What is it?
Like, it actually has to be a different word.
like is it happy?
No, because you
Like
guys
that-
are obsessing over joy now.
No,
which
we're
we've-
not, bro.
Because happiness, if we've said it's emotion, then emotion is subjective.
Exactly.
Then I'm happy. Or she
Can you
is
help
happy.
me, bro? Help me out.
So what is it?
Bro,
What is
bro,
it?
I'm trying.
I don't know how to
I know,
like,
I
it's
get what you're saying. Which is why I asked the question in the first place.
We're just gonna keep pushing back until you know. But yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if it's the right word. If I don't know if 7, you say happy is the right word. I don't know.
Like, you're okay, bro. Like, actually, you're actually just okay.
Okay is a 5 down.
Yo,
Yeah.
Okay is
Yeah,
a 5 down.
hey, yeah,
No, you guys can't do that because now by your definition, if 5 out of 10,
you're okay.
I should be happy as well. If it's a scale, it's all happy. It's all the scale of happy. 5 out of
Yes.
10 should also equal happy, not okay.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
You get
Nah,
it?
I
yeah?
get you. No, I get you.
That's dumb. If I already told you 0's like, let's say unhappy and 10 is happy, then obviously 5's the middle. That's what I'm okay.
Okay, so 7 out of 10 is not happy either.
Yeah.
then.
Are you crazy?
But you're exactly the definition. The end of the line is happy. Anything in between that is not happy.
Okay.
Mate,
I hear you, but also semantics on your end.
middle is always somewhat
How
happy.
dare you? What do you mean?
Absolutely semantics, bro. If someone's telling you I'm above the
Yeah, middle's
let's say
always
okay
somewhat.
is default. If I'm more than this,
No.
then I'm leaning towards
So
that.
all you are
But
is
you're
strongly
not, though.
agree
You're
and you're
leaning
not,
towards
you're not,
it.
Bro, you're not the full of anything. What are you the full of anything in life?
joy in Jesus.
Shut your mouth, bro. We said that that's not an emotion.
And we're going to keep going around, bro.
Hey, man.
It's too much. It's too much.
Ah.
So I'm happy. We're all
Man,
happy.
bro, we thank
All
God.
right, okay, well, thank God.
Hey, man, shop stepone.life for disruption, bro.
I think that needed to be a wake up call for these
comment in
people,
them
bro.
too, bro. Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Are you guys happy?
I'm good.
Yeah.
Are you guys happy?
We're happy,
Yeah, we're
bro.
happy. Thank you.
We're happy guys, bro.
So you're off the chart. So you're on the chart or what?
More 7 out of 10. It's not okay, but it's happy.
Yeah.
I think that's outside.
It is.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
make sure these people like, comment, subscribe.
Yeah,
all,
hey,
right?
thank you for joining us for another episode. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share
It's
us around. Have a happy week.
Happy week.
Let us know where your happiness is on a scale
that
of
in the
0 to
thing.
10. There you go. Work that out for you.
Yeah, bro.
You happy about that?
I'm very happy with it.
How do you know that?
I'm actually
How do you
elated.
know- how
I'm
do you
elated.
Shut your mouth.
Oh
Shut your
man.
mouth.
Hey man, peace out,
Hey,
people.
later.
Man.
Bye.
You guys-
Peace.